Hey everybody, Picky Old Gamer here. Yeah, it's getting close to 3 weeks since I did a video, but again, I try to focus on other things like life and having fun, go out doing stuff. People have just been busy. This is Memorial Day weekend. If you're in the United States like I am, happy Memorial Day weekend. Be safe, be happy, enjoy it with your family, and remember why we celebrate Memorial Day. And I do like to watch and see stuff come out slowly and get on the news, so to speak, that when it comes up, so that it's not just, me trying to put out stuff that's here and there. And I like to watch things. So I'm making at least 3 videos today. And the first thing, Resident Evil 7 cloud version on the Switch in Japan only. Game streaming. Now, I'm going to put up this picture here and I'll republish this video. I did this video, let me see, May 21st, which is funny, almost 2 years ago. Oh, a little over, tomorrow would be almost 2 years and a week. I had a person contact me that they had overheard some NX information. And there's a time we was all wanting to know what NX was, we was all wanting to know what it's about. And there's a lot of stuff we dug into, or I dug into, they thought why it's called NX. There's a browser that's called like NX on the 3DS, and there's a lot of information on that. I'll put the link to it as long as it doesn't go crappy where people are like, tearing into old information. I had a couple big YouTubers be a couple dickheads because I had some information, and it was, I told everybody, take it with a grain of salt. Some of you that's been here a while would remember that. Well, amazingly, 2 years, almost to the day, give or take close to that. Let's see, I'm looking at The Verge here, May 20th. Oh, holy shit. Almost 2 years to the day that I made that video, we have a massive game, or a big hit game, streaming to the Switch. Back then, what we called NX. It is funny that, this guy that talked to me obviously heard information that somebody was thinking about back then. Because they're streaming, aka PlayStation Now style, a game like Resident Evil 7 to the Switch, and it's not, I don't know if it's running as good. I've seen some mixed reviews, but in Japan with a very, very good internet infrastructure, they're trying stuff. So somewhere, somebody is trying game streaming for the Switch. And it actually, I hadn't thought about this leak because, God forbid a little YouTuber put out some type of information back then. We had certain personalities, who they were, that thought they knew everything about NX, and really we all didn't know that much about it, but they thought they did. And when I saw this, my mouth just went, really? And like I said, my old video, and that person who talked to me must have heard some legitimate information. Not, So why is this happening? I don't know. Capcom asked Nintendo to put 4 gigs of memory in the Switch. It was going to have 2 so they could put Resident Evil on there. Well, guess what? They're not putting the game technically on there. Maybe they're trying something. Is this a test for more, future streaming services? There's also another new bundle coming up in Japan with no dock for the Switch. People in Japan have very small apartments, or limited real estate, because it is a very crowded country, and they're always on the go, and the Switch's portability is really what they like. So maybe with all the high-end internet, maybe they could just buy into this thing, which it's looking at this article on The Verge, it was $2,018 for a 180-day ticket, and it'll also be free 15 minutes. So you're renting it, you're subscribing to it, like all of PlayStation Now. So it may be something they're trying to hammer out and get in a very robust, rich internet country like Japan, and people could just start playing these games on the go. But it's interesting that a previous leak to me, and even you can go back and look, Boogie2988 had thoughts about his streaming service. This was thrown around out there, and now a real game is being streamed to it. Now, will it succeed? It may not. It don't look like it's moving outside of Japan. But somewhere, somehow in the past, somebody had this information, or maybe somebody was thinking about it, and now it's happening, at least in a very small capacity. And I don't know if it's going to reach around the world, because in Europe, it's, you know, it may not have, you know, some places it's just like United States, you don't have that good internet. But it would be interesting if Nintendo was beta testing this and then trying to roll out some type of streaming service. It is dodgy. Later on, after I did that video, a lot of times I said, you know, this may not be the right thing. And that guy I talked to, I haven't talked to him in a while. I'm thinking about finding that email and dropping him a line saying, hey, look, you may have heard some real information, but, you know, doing this is really iffy, because PlayStation Now does okay. Some places, some people, you don't have the internet to do it, and it's not that your internet sucks. It's just maybe the connection back to PlayStation Now is not good enough. You've got to have a magnificent connection to stream games. So I don't know if this is going to be the future of Nintendo Switch. I don't think it is. I think it may be a possibility of a beta test for some type of options of gaming. And it's interesting that we've heard about this before, and for me, it just made me go, wow. So let me know what you think in the comments below. I am not sure about this one. I mean, it's happening. I don't know if it does tie back to the leaker who gave me this information, but it seems kind of odd that almost 2 years to the day, that now we're seeing a full-blown game that was out on PS4 and Xbox One streaming to Switches in Japan. It's interesting. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Everything should have popped up on the screen down here to subscribe and share. Also go to twitch.tv/PKOGamer. I put all my videos on Twitch as well, not just YouTube, so follow me over there. Alright everybody, PKO Gamer out.